Hello, chat. How's it going? Did you guys see the video with that gentleman that set himself on fire in front of the Israeli embassy? I didn't get his name, but he was apparently a U.S. Air Force soldier and set himself on fire, screaming "Free Palestine." Did you guys see that? Um, it's all over Twitter. Like it's difficult not to see it. It was on the news as well. Uh, what I found interesting is that there is a strong debate among the left. Okay, so the wisest people that you can possibly imagine, individuals smarter than you, have gathered around on the public forum of debate, which is Twitter, in order to decide what can be said and what can't be said, like what is not allowed to be said about this event. And apparently, you are not allowed. Okay, like understand this: you are forbidden. Like this is not okay, right? Like in America, this is beyond the pay. Like the culture is going to suppress you. Like you are not allowed to say rest in power, because rest in power is reserved, okay, like a restaurant dinner table, it is reserved for people with the birthright. Unironically, like this is a conversation on Twitter right now. I mean, of all the things you can talk about, this is what Twitter has chosen. This is why, there are many ways of tackling this event. Like when I saw it, a lot of things went through my mind. I was thinking of many. This was not one of them. Like, I was surprised. This is why I consider the people on Twitter to be hyper intelligent. Like the left says hypersexual. I call them hyper intelligent. Like more intelligent than the average person. With like, I genuinely wonder how the people on Twitter aren't all nuclear physicists. Like maybe it's too easy for them. Like when they graduated high school, they were like, I can be a nuclear physicist. Nah, that's too easy. I'm going to do the hard shit. I'm going to go to gender studies. Hi V, hope all is well. What's on the menu today? See, even American Outlier can't say rest in power, because if he says that, he's going to get tone policed. Like, people on Twitter will not allow it. Regarding the act itself, right? So, the protest of setting oneself on fire is something very rare, because obviously it's one of the worst ways to go. And has been done historically, usually under communist regimes, by people who lost everything. So their land was confiscated, their lifestyle was taken from them. Also people who lost loved ones due to the oppressive regimes. So that's like the final act. Right, that's like when you have absolutely nothing left to lose. Usually, like people again, like they're losing their homes, they end up homeless or something like that. That's when people end with the ultimate gesture. But in this case, it's very bizarre, right? It's bizarre because this individual, apparently, the way it's presented, it sounds as if he was flying in an airplane and he didn't want to commit acts of unspeakable evil. But no, he was an IT guy halfway across the world. And apparently he was radicalized on Reddit. Now it's interesting because like when people get radicalized, there's a moral panic, and it's like, oh, we need to keep our children safe. We need more censorship, more. Like if only we have a little more censorship. If only like you can put that plump, massive corporeal manifestation of an HR lady with an Adam apple in her throat and put her in charge. Put her in charge to loom over everyone because she is so wise and smart, and she's going to protect us with her censorship. No conversation about this whatsoever. Just not figuring out like how did this person got radicalized? What ideology did this? Like no. It's Reddit is a radical website. I do agree. I would say that Reddit is more dangerous than 4chan. Not to mention, 4chan actually has common sense. Like, it's got moderation now. 4chan today is what Reddit used to be in 2016. You can say the N-word, I guess. Incredibly harmful, right? Like, the mages of our time, they're gathering together and they're chanting the N-word, causing great harm to the fabric of the United States. They're doing what Hollywood was doing in the 90s. Unthinkable, I know. American Outlier, is your manga going to have the N-word? If it's not going to have the N-word, is it really diverse? You need to have one N-word in the manga, American Outlier. It has to be done. Just one. Just one. Like find the context. I don't care. And don't use the country, okay? Don't talk about like the action takes place in Niger. No. Not the country. Not the country, okay? Like, no. You need to have like the actual word. You know what? Like a good comedy movie would be if you make this is what they could have done with the Terminator. I mean, they took the piss with the last Terminator, didn't they? Might as well listen to my script. So you have like Sarah Connor, right? And John Connor, and they win, and they have their little Terminator, and now they don't know what to do with it, right? But like, instead of throwing him in the lava, they send him back in time to the place where the N-word was coined. Like the original birthplace of the N-word in Spain. And the Terminator has to assassinate the first person that came up with the N-word. Wouldn't that be an interesting thing? And the Democrats, right, they realize just how much power there is in censorship, and the N-word is the justification to censor. Because like every single time we had the conversation about free speech, you would have like a Democrat coming up and saying, well, you just want to talk, just want free speech so you can say the N-word, right? So like the N-word is the power of the Democrats, is the center of power. Like I'm willing to bet that under the Democrat National Council, there is like a basement with lock and key, and within that is the N-word. Because that is the source of their power, right? Like that is how they justify censoring everything. So they would send their own Terminator to stop our Terminator from terminating the guy that, huh? To be honest, I don't really care about the N-word that much. The other gamer word, that's the one that I liked, and they took it away from me. That was the cool one. It rolled off the tongue so nicely. Maybe like in 20 years we can get it back. Because usually they come back. The word queer used to be a slur. Now it's fine. I'm actually curious if homosexual is still allowed. Because, like, no one says homosexual anymore. Did you notice that? Like, the word homosexual just doesn't appear. I don't know if it's a slur. I wouldn't be surprised if it is, because I haven't kept up with the times. But it's usually gay now, right? Or LGBTQIA+, according to Justin Trudeau. But never the word homosexual. Speaking of homosexual, I got called a homosexual today by Lofty. Do you guys know who Lofty is? Lofty Pixels? He really does care about the pixels. I didn't want to go on with his grift. Right, so his grift is about Tifa. Tifa from the Italian parliament. And she got censored. Right, so we're going to be talking about her. Where's the costume where she got censored? I don't have. Is this the one? No, I don't have it at hand. But let me show you an image of Tifa, so you guys know who we're talking about. Right. So Square Enix, in their infinite wisdom. Here we go. We got Tifa. They released a patch. Okay, and in that patch, they went to a game which was released 5 years ago, I think. Was it 5 years when I was streaming Final Fantasy Remake? I think it was 5 years, yeah. Give or take, right? So they went 5 years into the past and added a patch. And you would think, wow, that's really cool, right? I mean, it's five years into the past. It's like they must have like remembered that the community needs some love. Maybe they added some DLC. Maybe they added some extra content. No, they decided to censor. Here we go. We got the image. They decided to censor Tifa by adding a shirt. And this is an 8 GB patch, and people were pointing out that this is absolutely ridiculous, right? No one complained about this, by the way. Like, up until last week, not a single person brought it up. I didn't see Lofty Pixel being outraged over this. No one, like, not a single person. I can show this to my mother, God rest her soul. Like, when she was alive, I would have showed this to my mom. She wouldn't have a problem. No one would have a problem. Like, this isn't vulgar. She's not wearing a BDSM outfit. She's not wearing stripper clothing, right? Like, it's... You get to see more explicit stuff at a Pride March with people much younger than her. That's fine, apparently, right? So I think it's about context. People say context, right? Put a pride flag behind her, and then she can keep the cleavage, right? Is that how it works? But anyway, right, I digress. Apparently, the justification for censorship, because you gotta have a justification, right? You can't just be a twat, you know? She was 15. They carbon dated her, right? Like, apparently this is in the past. Like, it takes place in the past. They counted, well, okay, so she's 21 now, 80, not okay. Not okay. Again, so what the fuck if she's 15? Like, she's not wearing a BDSM outfit. Like even I will pretend that I am okay with the mental deficiency that flies around on Twitter right now, which is like, if it's a fictional character, and it's a beautiful woman, right? So they don't apply the standard to men, just to beautiful women. If she is under 18 and she's beautiful, then you're a pedophile if you like her. If she is over 18, then it's minor coded. They have this expression, minor coded, right? So Uzaki-chan, with her big fat tits and birthing hips, and she's on the age of 20, minor coded, right? I don't even know what the fuck it is. It's like they come up with words for everything. Or it's what the feminists used to say back in the day, drawings can't consent. So, I guess, like, the idea, like, this is what they're basically trying to say, is that if you're a man, and you wanna have, like, an outlet with fictional stuff, that's wrong. You should go to OnlyFans, you should go to Twitch, you should go to real women, right? Go to the actual porn industry that harms real women. Because they, and by the way, they will contradict you. They'll say, no, sex work is real work. Like, real women, that's fine. Right? So, they don't believe that the sex industry is actually oppressing women, ruining their reputation, ruining their future careers. No. Like, they're fine with that. Like, in fact, they encourage you to do that. Right? Meanwhile, if you like drawings, you're a problem. Now, American Outlier will be arc where they genetically engineer, bring back black people like LBJ, female versions, so thing will happen. Problem is if Japan Anime Studio will allow it. Oh my god, you're really edgy, American Outlier. They probably will. I mean, I don't know, like, by the time, if you have a manga, by the time you push it out, things may change, so. But like, right now, if your manga was out right now, Japanese studios would allow it. Final Fantasy Remake was censored when it came out. I'm not surprised. Yeah, but we're going to discuss that in a bit. TLDR, what did Nexus do now? I'll talk about it. The thing is, like, I suggested, it's like, why don't they localize her and make her 18? Right? Like, let's assume that teenagers aren't allowed to have their entertainment, right? Because, like, it's always from the perspective, but why do you, a 39-year-old man, care about a video game? Right? Like, why do you, a 39-year-old man, want to see 16-year-old Tifa? And my point is, like, it's not about me. Like, if I want to see 16-year-old Tifa, like, there's Pornhub for that. Like, there's the same model, right? Like, it's literally the same model in the game. That there's no difference. The only difference is story-wise. Like, the only difference is that they are saying, oh, now it's a memory but they're using the exact same model with a different haircut. Like it's not like anything different, right? Like it doesn't look any different. It's just like so like why not localize her? Why not just say, oh, now she's 18, congratulations, you're happy, right? But like the thing is, like if you're a teenager, right? Like when I was 15, I enjoyed watching American Pie. I enjoyed watching all of these slasher films with Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees. I liked watching tits on the big screen. Like back then, you actually had boobies on the big screen. I was 15, you know, but again, like outside of America, like I know this is difficult to imagine, but outside of America, we do not have like this neo-puritanical belief system, right? Like it's one, like unless it's porn, like unless it's adult only, here in Europe, it's fine. Like we do not look shocked and appalled, and it's like, oh Dios mío, no, there was a boobie, and the 16-year-old saw it on TV while watching Game of Thrones. Oh, the horror. Oh no. Oh no. Like we don't get like that, right? But like teenagers deserve that entertainment as well. Like when you go to prom, right? And you have like all the other girls that are dressed in a way that they wouldn't be allowed to be in a video game according to Twitter. Like what is that? Is it like teenagers dressing up for other teenagers? So it's just like, you know, I'm going to have a son. Like I want him to experience the same entertainment that I did when I was a kid. But anyway, right? For some fucking reason, again, like OnlyFans exist, but video games are the problem. American Pie was a cakewalk. It was. So like, no, the whole idea with the censorship, right? Like, where did it start? How did it came to pass? Well, you got, like, the obscure websites on the internet where you have like Japanese anime that depicts, you know, like cartoon drawings of 5-year-olds. And the argument is that if someone watches those, he may actually be a pedophile. Like if he likes those, he likes real children. That is the argument that was made. Okay? But now it's like, well, if he likes Tifa at 16, maybe he actually likes 16-year-olds. It's the worst argument ever. Because the model looks like an adult, right? Like the model of Tifa looks like an adult woman. So basically, like now, when I see a waifu, I gotta go on Wikipedia page to check out, like, is she of age? Like the developer, is that okay? But like, okay, let's talk about it in real life. Now, I'm a little bit too old for this. You know, like, I'm 39 years old. I just, you know, like, I'm married. My dating life is over. But, like, let's turn the clock back when I was, like, I don't know, 24. Okay? And if I go out with a woman, and she is 17, like, I'm attracted to that, right? But when she says I'm 17, I'm like, whoa. Okay. Right? Like it's not, I don't see the problem. Right? Like there's many people that have been in the same situation. Like they find out, oh, actually, like she's underage. Okay, well, I'm sorry. I didn't know. You should have told me. And that's it. You break it off. Like that's what normal people do, right? Like isn't it happening in America as well when you're young? Like when you're, you know, you're of the age, you're like 22, 23, 24, right? And you find a woman in a pub and you're hitting on her, and then you find out, well, actually she's 17, and you're like, whoa. Or actually, no, in America you don't have that, right? Because they don't get to go in a pub at 17. I see. But in Europe they do. I mean, this has happened to friends of mine. Like they found out that the girl they were interested in was underage, so they just cut off the relationship. It's like, well, I didn't know. Had I known, I wouldn't have hidden on her. But like they're now pretending that this should be applied to video game characters. Like you see a video game character, you see Tifa, and it's like, wow, Tifa is so hot, right? I really like her. I want to put her on my wallpaper. I want to buy a mouse pad with the soft cushion of Tifa. Whoa, no, I can't. Holy shit, I can't. She's 16. Oh my fucking god. What did I do? I almost, you know... Is that a thing? Huh? Is that a thing like that? But here's another question. Like, let's say that I'm 16. I'm allowed to like Tifa. I'm allowed to like Tifa because I'm 16. She's 16. It's all good, right? Now I'm 18. She's still 16 though because she's fictional. What do we do? Am I in trouble? Am I in trouble? Like if you like Tifa when you're 16 and now you're 18, do you have to unlike her? How does it work? I gotta like Abby now, right? I gotta like Abby from The Last of Us. That's the logic, I guess. Men are attracted to all good-looking, post-pubescent girls. We are wired that way. We need to demand our very nature to stop being demonized. The thing is, like, I will tell you something. Like now that I'm a lot older than I used to be, and I'm 39, I generally do not like women that I would say are under the age of 24. Is that like I don't know if this is just me or it's like most men, but I guess maybe it's also due to the fact that I'm married and I'm not saying this because it's like, oh, I'm afraid of my wife or whatever. No, it's real. Like women that look under 24, from my point of view, they look like children. So I'm not attracted to that. But like when I was younger, like when I was 24. There were many actresses on television, and when you carbon date them, they're 17 or 16, right? Legal in my country, by the way, but illegal in the United States, I suppose. And I would say, yeah, like, this is an actress that's hot, right? That doesn't mean that just because I say that I would force myself upon her if I saw her in real life or something. You know, it's so fucking bizarre. I mean, okay, perfect example. When you find like a high school crush and she doesn't like you back, but you like her, right? Now only the most icky people would do this. Like this is something that has never been done in the history of mankind. I'm really glad that no one did it. But like, hypothetically speaking, if you find a picture of her on Facebook and you start lusting after that, right? I mean, it's a real person. She would probably be very disgusted if she finds out. And not only that, but like, according to the left logic, you're a potential rapist now because you know that she wouldn't want to, and you're looking at her picture. She's in her swimming suit or whatever. She didn't post it for you. She posted it for Chad, but it's public nonetheless. So if you have naughty thoughts, you're a potential rapist. I mean, right? Isn't that how it works? Like she obviously is not interested in you, but you're very interested in her. You're not doing anything about it, but like in the privacy of your own bedroom, in a shameful act of weakness, you open the Instagram. Just you, I think. LOL. Well, probably, I guess. How do you carbon date a drawing? Oh, well, in the case of Tifa, they did the math. Does the age go up as time passes? No. That's my question. Like, if you like Tifa when you're 16, and then you're 18, are you still allowed to like her? It's a dumb argument. It is. That's too far. You gave the man too much innocence. Obviously, men are potential rapists when they are born. According to feminists, they are. But my thing is, I'm looking at the Tifa costume, right? Like that they censored. And let's assume that it's correct. You know, like you don't want minors. Like for some reason, it used to be children. Now it's minors. Okay, so teenagers as well. You don't want minors to be dressed inappropriately in a video game. How was she dressed inappropriately though? Like she's not wearing a BDSM outfit. She's not wearing seductive makeup. She's not wearing I don't know, like a fetish gear. I think it was just like normal cleavage. Like girls in my class wore them the moment they had boobs. I think I was in what, like 9th grade, when there were girls in my class wearing cleavage. Like, it's normal. Do you know what you do as a guy? Nothing. Like you can't just pretend it's not there. Because if you stare, that makes you a pervert. But like, I don't understand. Is in California this type of clothing not allowed? Is it like too much? Huh? Like if it, because the thing is, like, she can literally, unironically, in Romania, go to church dressed like that. Like if you dress way too provocatively and you go to church in my country, they kick you out. They will flat out say it's like no. Like if you go with the, I don't know, a very sexy miniskirt and leather stockings and all that shit, they kick you out. But if you go dressed like this, that no one will say it. Even the old judgmental ladies would not complain. So who the fuck does Square Enix hire at their ethics department, huh? Lofty Pixel? It's interesting. Now, here's the interesting part, right? Nexus Mods decided to ban the mod that reversed the change. Like this is what I found absolutely fascinating, because it doesn't violate any of their guidelines. They literally said that, okay, if you have a mod that removes diversity, I mean, how can you remove diversity? It's the golden calf of America. Like, so if you have a mod that removes diversity, then they ban you. But they didn't say anything about this. Like, there is absolutely nothing. Like, okay, so they're saying that the previous game was wrong. Is that what they're saying? Like they're saying, because up until now, for 5 years, the original costume was there. Again, I just want to make sure that people understand. I don't give a fuck about the censorship. Remove Tifa from the game. I don't care. My point is, the reason that they are censoring ticks me off, right? Like, the reason behind the censorship is what pisses me off, because it's destroying the fucking entire entertainment industry. All of the AAA companies are firing people en masse, and it's because of this ideology that justifies it. And if you want to go even further, yeah, sure, it's the trans activists. I can tell you, because like Lofty Pixel was like, I don't know why, you don't know why. Yeah, it's the trans activists. Oh, but V, like, how do you... Because I talk with people that work at companies. That's why. Like, so you think, like, all the pronouns and all the body type A, body type B, like, all of that stuff, is just out of the ether? Like, you don't think it's connected to anything, huh? I mean, they flat out tell you. It's because, they, like, this is why in comic books, all women have small breasts, and you get, like, the large shoulders and the strong jawline and stuff. It's the activists. They're the ones that are raising a fuss about it. It's not the customer. Like, the customer doesn't like it. The customer always complains when they make these changes. The platforms don't give a shit. I mean, it's not like Steam doesn't allow Tifa to... No. It's the activists. That's why. Alright? Like, it's simple. Hello, Guardian. V, attractive fictional characters are sexismus because they make the HR hag feel bad. Yes, literally, the HR... lady is the one that is directing this. I also want to say men should start actually being as bad as they say we are for a generation to teach them a lesson. I mean, they can already find men like that in other parts of the world. It's just they don't want to go there. The other day you slandered the Hungarian army that it has like 3 tanks. It does have 3 tanks. The Hungarian has 44 modern law. Oh my god, they multiplied the... Oh, they have 44 tanks now. Holy shit. That's an armada. They got 44 tanks? Wow. Oh, Dios mío. How many tanks does the Romanian army have? I'm actually curious. I think we may have 100. Oh, look, we're just buying 60 new tanks. All right, so like just this month we're buying another 60. We're buying like more tanks than the entire Hungarian army has. I'm actually curious how many tanks does the Romanian army have? List of Romanian gear. I'm pretty sure I'll find this somewhere. Oh, look, we only have like 54 tanks of TR-85s, but we got like 120 55s. Yeah, so we have like around, I think like five. No, we got a lot of 1,000 tanks. Holy shit, we got a lot of tanks. No, more than 1,000. Oh, okay, right, yeah. But I did insult Hungary. Yes, I say they have 4 tanks. Apparently, they have 44. Clearly, a sizable force to be reckoned with. I don't know what would happen if they tried to take Transylvania. I would shudder to think. No, but the thing is, like, if you're a country like Greece, like, what the fuck is Greece going to be attacked by, right? So, like, it doesn't make sense for them to have tanks. But when you're Hungary and you're talking mad shit about Transylvania, like, honestly, non-fucking stop, they're talking mad shit. Like, can you back it up? No, just shut the fuck up, Jesus. Back up with what, like 44 tank? Okay. Do those tanks still work? They probably do, because they probably get them for the military parade. Like, if you have 44 tanks, that's like the military parade in total. You need to have something for the military parade, right? Like, you can't just have soldiers marching. You need to have, like, at least one tank. The Turks? I guess, like, that's true. Yeah, like, Greece would have to worry about the Ottoman. But, like, the Turks aren't interested in Greece. Not that way, though. Lofty has had bad takes comparable to the Purple Woman. The thing with Lofty, like, I know what he's doing. Like he's having this take in order to start, like, the debate me, bro. Right? Like, debate me, bro. And I'm like, no, fuck off. I'm not going to debate. There's nothing to debate. Like, if Tifa was, like, a 5-year-old and they dressed her in a BDSM outfit, maybe I would understand why you're outraged. But this is a game that was old for 5 years. Like, for 5 years, no one said shit. And your thing is like, oh, she's a minor, so she needs a shirt to cover the tits. It's like, come on. It's like, fuck off. You know what's even funnier? I will tell you what's funnier, chat. I will tell you what is really hilarious. I want you to imagine this, okay? Imagine that you go to an American high school as a dad, okay? So you're a father. And you're going to an American high school, and you tell a girl there, right? Like a girl from the class, to put a shirt on her cleavage because she is interrupting the attention of your son. Like your son can't focus. She is dressed inappropriately, and you want her to cover the. What do you think the answer will be? What do you think the teacher is going to tell you? What do you think her parents are going to tell you? Like, what do you think culture? What do you think CNN is going to tell you if you say this, right? If it's a real woman and you go to her and you say, "Hey, I think you're dressed inappropriately. Put a rag on those tits. Just cover them up." What do you think society will tell you if you do that with a real person? Regardless if she's 15 or 16, doesn't fucking matter. All right? Like, she's a teenager and she is dressed like Tifa, and you go to her and you say, "Put a rag on those tits." Stop hypersexualizing yourself, madam. Stop hypersexualizing yourself. The emo phase was actually not... Man, like, emos actually knew how to dance and their music wasn't shit. My question is, why does every woman in the mind of a progressive is dressed the same and has the same attire? Dude, like, have you seen the new Tomb Raider? Let me... Alright. Cause this is absolutely hilarious. Like... I think 6 years ago, like this would have been satire. Right? But now it's actually happening. So... 6 years ago, when you had, like, progressive talk about inclusivity and talk about, like, oh, we need to be more tolerant and whatnot. By the way, the word tolerance, like, I haven't heard that word in a long time. So like, 6 years ago, holy shit, this chick is actually good looking. This is shocking. Like, this one actually looks better than Lara. Why does like a side character look better than the heroine? She probably has bigger boobs too. Like there must be something wrong here. Like how did they? Huh? It's probably a man, isn't it? Like they're going to subvert my expectations. Anyway, right? So 6 years ago when they were talking about diversity and stuff, this would have been a caricature. Like this would be like you know, like all the diversity boxes checked, right? So like she's got the mental illness Californian haircut, the body type, the I guess the body type A, body type B ambiguity, and then she's got, right, like she's a tomb raider, like she goes into tombs in order to climb and stuff, but she's got like this. It's like when you try too hard, right? Like you can make a disabled character and still have him be made cool. And I gave the example of Professor Xavier in my video, right? Like, so Charles Xavier, like he is in a wheelchair, but he can mindfuck you. Like he's really powerful, but like he's in a wheelchair, right? But he doesn't do like sport activities. Like he's not renowned for doing acrobatics and gymnastics. No, like he is a school teacher, right? He's a mentor. Like that's interesting. It's the same with what's her name? Oracle, right? So Batgirl. She's the same, right? And the idea is very motivational because there's a lot of people that at any point you can end up in a car crash or in an accident. Was a lady in Canada, like she took the Pfizer communion and ended up disabled. So the news, the doctors wanted to fix that by recommending her maid. I'm not kidding, by the way. Google it if you don't believe me. It's a thing. But like the idea is that anyone at any point can end up in a situation where they end up being disabled, right? So it is motivational if the story is like, okay, despite the fact that, you know, Batgirl is disabled, like, okay, well, now she can't jump around and fight crime. But what she can do is, like, she can use her brain and she can help the superhero with hacking and stuff. And planning, and, right? Like, she can be there. Like, she can still do stuff just differently. Same with Charles Xavier. There was, like, that thing where he was walking and stuff, but he lost his power, so... Anyway, right, like the idea is that it's motivation because, like, once you're disabled, right, like why is disability a problem? I can't even believe that I have to talk about it. Well, because you can't do the things that you could do before you are able, right? Like if you're in a car crash and you lose your legs, there are certain things that you can't do anymore. Now sure, you know, there may be like some success stories, like some Usain Bolts and stuff. It's like, all right, but like the law of average dictates that you're not going to be able to do the same things. So it was like a interesting side note. It's like, oh, well, maybe there's something else that you're good at and you never tried, right? So like, don't despair. That's what they're trying to say. Here it's like, oh no, it's comical. Like Tomb Raider is about climbing walls and jumping and stuff, and you're telling me that a person without legs can do that? Like, it's going to look ridiculous. It doesn't look cool. It doesn't look awesome. And not to mention, right? Like, they will always say, oh, it's about representation. Yeah, but like, what about representing the 99.9% of your players and give them what they want? Right? Instead, you put Lara in the fucking background. Like she's got the name Tomb Raider, and she's in the background. Rather than being in the forefront. Like in the forefront is these chuckleheads that I don't know who they are. Again, points for this lady. I actually like this lady. I don't know who she... I don't even know how she managed to sneak up past the diversity lady. Like, how did she manage to get in here in the shot? Is beyond me. Look at this, like no birthing hips whatsoever. No birthing hips, just no breath, nothing. I would say even this lady doesn't have birthing. This one does. Okay. This one does. None of the others do. Lara Croft, small breasts. It's like almost non-existent. It's a trope. It is what it is. Manly arms as well. She does have a female face, which is, I guess, points to that. Let's see. Isn't the whole idea of heroes and the ideal is that they're not handicapped? No, you can make a handicapped hero. That's fine. I mean, there have been several that have been made. Charles Xavier was the first one that I gave as an example. But let me think. Jax from Mortal Kombat, right? Jax from Mortal Kombat has his arms ripped off, so like he replaces them with these bionic arms. RoboCop, another example. Like RoboCop is probably the most disabled hero out of all of them. Like he's got only half his body, and he's a machine. You can make like disabled character. That's fine. Like, you can do it, but like make it look cool. It's the superhero genre. It's gotta look awesome. White hair is trans, wedding choker. Well, I did say it's like I guess they're going to subvert my expectation. There's no fucking way. How do you know it's trans though? You're shitting me. No, I refuse to. No, come on, no. Really? How can you tell? I would rather say that this or this. But she like literally every single one of them has a checkbox. Like, I mean, obviously this has a checkbox. This is like boss lady, right? How do you know? I refuse to believe it. No. No, because it's like too many checkboxes. Like, I refuse to believe a poster can be that woke. Like that would be wokeness level over 9,000. Like my wokeness radar would explode. The shoulders, the neck. No, that's how they draw women. That's normal for AAA studios. That's how they know to draw. That's how they do it. Do you honestly think they would make a character that doesn't tick at least 3 check boxes? No, like that's why I'm kind of skeptical. Like I'm easy to gaslight on this subject. I'm looking at it and it's like there's no fucking way. It's like a good, attractive woman made by a Californian developer. No, there must be a ploy. There must be a trick. It's a trap. Like there must be something that I'm not noticing. The choker hides the Adam apple. Oh, come on. Didn't you know some women do have the Adam apple? That's true, actually. Like, there are women that do have the Adam apple. It's called, how do they call it? Anatomical abnormality. Or anatomical deviation. That's how we call it at med school. Do you know there's people that have their heart on the right side of the chest? That is the thing. No, like, seriously, and it fucks with the EKG. Like, when you have a person that has like that, you need to get like to reorganize the EKG in order to put like those suction cups on the person because they have their heart on the right side. It's bizarre. I think like that was a plot in Fist of the North Star. Yeah, like Fist of the North Star. We got like, you know, like that. You guys remember the anime with the Omae wa mo Shinderu? There was a villain like that. And he actually didn't explode and it mind-fucked the Fist of the North Star. And then he found out and it's like, I see what you did there. All I have to do is to readjust the chakra points. And you're like, He was so overpowered, wasn't he? I don't get... You didn't know that. Yeah, well, of course you didn't. Yeah. He's like one of the most overpowered motherfuckers in the entire anime. There's even a joke like who would win between him and One Punch Man. And the joke is that he goes to One Punch Man. And then One Punch Man punches him, right? And he dies. But then One Punch Man dies as well. Cause one of your first animes. Zara Kenshiro was pretty strong. Kenshiro is like overpowered as fuck. Is doing like poison damage. Like if it touches you, you're dead. Some of the punches were ridiculous. Like there's a scene where he elbows the guy and that guy explodes. It's like literally if he pokes you, you're dead. And I'm like, come on, that's such a bullshit superpower. And then like he does it to a tank. He goes to a tank and he goes like, oh, and then the tank just explodes. And I'm like, fuck off. Like you would think like anyone can fight. No, he is literally the first One Punch Man. Like that's what he does. Like he goes to fight. He goes and then like the person just explodes. Like there's no one that can survive his actually no, there were like two individuals. I think like there was a fat man and he was like so fat that he couldn't press his chakra points. I don't hate fun. It's just like I like it when there's a challenge, right? Like when the hero gets challenged so that you can sit on the edge of your seat and wonder like how are they going to win it. You know, like Goku for example gets his ass whooped several times. Goku dies, right? So like the anime has some weight to it. But like with the Fist of the North Star, like at no point is there anyone that's like, oh, what is he going to do to this game? Nothing. He's going to that's what he's going to do. Turning a crossbow bolt around mid-fight with his fingers while maintaining the momentum to pierce the enemy's skull. Oh, fuck it. And the interesting thing is, like, he actually had, like, different moves as well, right? It's like, oh, I'm going to do the Watatata of the tiger. I'm going to do the Watatata of the dragon. And it's like, bitch, all your moves are overpowered. Like, why do you need 10? You can just use one. It's like One Punch Man. He just one punches. That's it. You don't need to, like, create... You know, like, you're already the most overpowered motherfucker, and you're like, all right, well, now this move is going to create a... I think, like, the moves are how they die. It's like, oh, I punch you with this, your head explodes. I punch you with that, your shoulder explodes, and then your head explodes. It's like... D&D this week, probably. Yeah, Dev does have no meaning in Dragon Ball. I remember, like, the first time Krillin died, I couldn't fucking believe it. Because, like, I was used to American cartoons, right? And in American cartoon, no one died. So like, the first time I saw Krillin die, I was like, oh my god. Then I didn't cry, but it was like losing a childhood friend or something. Because, like, every single day I was watching Dragon Ball, right? And I got attached to those characters. And when Krillin died the first time in Dragon Ball, it was like, oh my god, like, I'm never going to see Krillin again. And then I remembered, wait, they have the dragon. Oh, okay, never mind. They actually did bring him back. But it was interesting, right? Yeah, he died off screen as well. Died off screen. Kenny does. I don't think Kenny existed at that point because I was watching. Like, this is interesting, right? Like, the whole moral panic with anime existed back in the day, but it was due to the violence, not due to sex or anything. Like, you have Goku showing his penis when he's like 5 in the anime, right? Like there's many scenes with naked Goku. They had no problem with that. Sing the wet ass pussy? No. Bring a bucket and a mop? I don't know the lyrics though. Chaozu died twice? Yeah, but I didn't give a fuck about Chaozu. Like no one cares about Chaozu. He's not even in Dragon Ball Super, is he? Chaozu was a prick as well. Like, I remember, like, the only time he shines was, like, during the martial arts tournament. And it's not like he actually does anything. He just has, like, telekinesis. Like, big fucking whoop. But like, the thing that I hate about Dragon Ball, first of all, is the power levels. Like, the way they level up makes the supporting characters completely useless, right? So, like, the moment, oh, now Goku and Vegeta are so fucking strong, and Piccolo is just a side character. So, like, if you like Piccolo's personality, I personally like Tenshin Han's personality. Well, never gonna see him again, right? Because, like, What is he going to do? He's not going to be able to compete with the Saiyans. Fucking racist cartoon. Saiyans Uberales. But anyway, right, so, you got the power levels, which, in my opinion, are very poorly done. Like, in Naruto, it's a lot better, because, you know, they all have their spells, and Shikamaru is always going to be useful, because he's the one that can use his spell in order to freeze an enemy, right? So, like... But anyway, the other thing that I hate, and this is, like, why Dragon Ball Super is garbage, is that the writer keeps forgetting about characters. Like, unironically, there was, like, that blonde chick, which, every time, like she was a blue-haired chick, and she was, like, nice and wholesome, but then when she sneezed, she turned into this evil blonde lady that was a psychopath. Apparently, the creator just forgot about her. Like, literally, he just said, I forgot this character exists. Okay. I mean, that's an interesting way of writing anything. Chao Zu, another casualty. Just forgets that they exist. You know, like, no, there's a Chao Zu? No, there's not. I don't remember him. Who else did they forgot? Puar and Oolong, right? So, like, those two, completely forgotten. They don't exist. I think the Tournament of Power arc was top tier because they actually gave a character... Oh, don't get me fucking started with the Tournament of Power. No. No. Garbage. Pure garbage. My fucking god. I will say about the Tournament of Power, though, like, at least they didn't have to find reason for characters to fight. Like, the whole Tournament of Power, right? Like, it looks so tiny. Like, the arena looks so small. And then when they're fighting, it's like they're on a different planet. And they don't even... Because it's like so fucking large, right? And they don't even need to draw the backgrounds or anything. It's like everything is gray. And they're beating each other up. And like one point when one is defeated, they can just throw them off of the ring with a blast. And it's like, why didn't you do that in the beginning? But like all the characters, right? Like they get like the Toriyama hand job in order to make them powerful to justify why they're in the anime. It's like all of a sudden the android is just as powerful as like Super Saiyan God Blue, Super Saiyan Goku. It's like, oh, fuck off. You know, you got like Master Roshi being able to trap Frieza with the Mafuba. It's like, bitch, where were you when Cell was a thing? Like, if you get just Mafuba Frieza, well, why didn't you Mafuba Majin Buu? Why can't he only do... And by the way, like, the whole thing with Mafuba was that you can only do it once, and after you do it, you die. So it was, like, a very powerful thing. Like, for those of you who don't know what the Mafuba is, was, like, the evil sealment containment wave, right? So like, they would take a receptacle... like I don't know, like a thermostat or something, and you use it on an enemy and you put them inside the thing and you lock them, right? So it's like if something can't be killed, like Piccolo, well, you use the Mafuba against him and there you go, like he's now imprisoned. Everyone gets the hand job except Tien, yeah. He didn't Mafuba Frieza, he Mafuba'd Piccolo. No, he Mafuba'd Frieza from the other universe. Like, there was another... This is in the tournament arc. Yeah, he Mafuba'd Frost, yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, the character is fucking cool. Like, the way he fought with the stick against the Frieza army and shit, like, that was really great, right? Like... And he is theoretically like the strongest human on Earth. Before Krillin, I don't know like if Krillin is stronger than him now, but like he was really strong. And it was cool to see him again. But like the idea that he can hold his own against Frieza, fuck off. And what was the point? Like at one point, I just stopped. I stopped because I used to like Dragon Ball, in the sense that we would say, you know, who's stronger, Yamcha or Chaozu, and you'd like actually try to figure out, you know, which of the androids is stronger. It's like the brother or the sister, or whatever. But in Dragon Ball Super, there's no point. There's literally no point. Apparently, like, whomever Akira Toriyama wants, and it makes no fucking reason whatsoever. Well, no, cyborgs are like engineered humans. Like they're not a different species, but you wouldn't call them human either. Like I would say pure humans, alright? Like, fine, let's put it like this. Like, out of all the pure humans, Master Roshi is the most powerful. But at this point, no, he's actually more powerful than the cyborgs. He can Mafuba their ass. He's Mafubaing everything, right? Like there's people that are fighting now at the speed of light. Probably even faster than that. Doesn't give a fuck. He Mafubas that shit. It's like, I wouldn't be surprised if he can Mafuba the angels. Fuck that. He can even Mafuba the god of the universe. Why not? Didn't he actually? Well, he actually did Mafuba Goku Black. Yeah, it's just that he forgot the lid on the thing, right? Or was there someone else that used the spell? Sick. That is like the most overpowered spell in Dragon Ball. You'd think everyone would use it. Like, there would be not a single reason not to use it. Cyborgs are unique that they never run out of ki. That is true. Yeah, I mean, the cyborg thing is kind of weird, because, like, you never see their mechanical parts or anything. And apparently they're like humans because they, like, Krillin apparently banged one, and it's fine, so. I don't even know why they sidelined Yamcha. Like, Yamcha had an interesting character arc. He got cocked by Vegeta, and that's the last we heard of him. Apparently he cheated on Bulma, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, well. Yeah, so, what day is it today? It's Tuesday, right? On Thursday, we will probably play Dungeons and Dragons. Man, I'm so pissed that I can't have a Steam page, because I will show you guys, like, some things from my game. Not here, but on Twitter. I made the first hentai scene. Like, my game is harder. It creeped one of the animators out. Found it creepy. I kind of enjoyed that. Zamasu was immortal, so he needed to be sealed. No, I get that, but, like, why is that spell, which can be casted by, like, a random twat, I mean, compared to their power level, and can affect even, like, someone that's, like, just as powerful as the highest transformation in the game? And if that's the case, why isn't everyone using it? Like, you'd think, because the thing is, like, that spell before, if you casted the Mafuba, you die. So, like, again, it made sense, right? But like, there are individuals out there that even the dragon, that you can get, like, the Dragon Ball, right? To summon the dragon, and they can't kill those people. Like, they're that powerful, right? So, like, if you summon the dragon, and you're like, kill Vegeta, the dragon can't, because it's more powerful than he is. But you can use Mafuba against Vegeta. Why can't you have a Steam page? Apparently the game needs to be finished for them to review it. Like, special conditions due to the type of nature of a game that has non-consent. Because apparently the succubi don't ask you, you know? They want to see the build. And in order for the build to be done, I need to finish the game. At least to have it in beta. And I'm like, oh, fuck me. Okay, whatever. It's going to take a couple more months. Anyway, right. I'll see you guys tomorrow then. Take care.